When I was growing up, our favorite family entertainment was sitting around the old tube TV and watching the likes of the Carol Burnett Show, the Ed Sullivan Show. Now, I was a really little tyke when that was on. In the 70s, the Dick Cavett Show. What all three of these shows had in common is that they were variety shows, which I think are not as popular anymore. They featured individual talents, acting, singing, dancing, juggling, roller skating while playing the violin. But what really eclipsed it for me in terms of the premier art form was the ballet specifically, and tap. Needless to say, you can understand my joy when I was in first grade in Toledo, Ohio, at Christ the King Catholic Elementary School, sitting at my desk one day, obediently wearing my burgundy and green plaid uniform, starch white shirt, and beanie, when Sister Mary Ray Dell said, "Boys and girls, I have an announcement for you. The school is going to offer ballet and tap dance classes in the library every Friday, starting next week after school. Be sure to give this announcement to your parents." Sure enough, my mother signed me up. I was so excited. Of course, she went and bought for me the little black leotard, the pink leggings, and the delicate little dainty pink shoes, as well as the black patent leather real tap shoes with a little metal clippy things underneath. I was so excited. There we were. It was the first day of class. Now, let me tell you about my teacher first. My teacher's name was Mrs. Kane. What I remember about Mrs. Kane is that she was very statuesque. Now, that's not saying much, considering that when you're in first grade, just about every adult is statuesque. But looking back, I do believe she was quite tall. She had long legs. She wore the black outfit. She had beautiful auburn hair, which she pulled up into a huge poofy bun on top of her head, as is fitting for the ballet mistress. There we were in the library. They shoved all the tables aside and created a ballet studio. Now, what I also remember about Mrs. Kane is that she had a big, booming, authoritative voice. Now, I don't know where Mrs. Kane was from. I just know that I was from Northern Ohio, and that Mrs. Kane sounded like perhaps she was from south of Northern Ohio. Whether she was born south of the Mason-Dixie County line, I don't know. How should I know? I was only in first grade. There we were. Mrs. Kane said, "All right, girls, now I want you to get in two lines. I want you to spread out, okay, like this. I don't want your fingertips touching. Good. Now, girls, before we dance ballet, you need to know that there are 5 foot positions for ballet. I'm going to teach you right now. Watch me. All right, first position, I want you to put your heels together. Make a straight line. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, second position, slide that other foot out, and I want you to keep it as straight as you can." I thought, well, maybe I could. Third position, pull that right foot back, right, tuck it in the corner of your heel there. Good. I thought, wow, I made it to the third ballet position. Fourth position, push that foot out. And fifth, just pull that foot back by your left big toe. Let's do that again. Here we go. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. I thought, this is heavenly. I am doing the ballet moves. All right, now, girls, but before we start, you need to know how a ballerina holds her hands. Now, have you ever seen a ballerina dance? Have you ever noticed that their fingers look real pretty? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, hold your hands in a cup or like a branch, okay? Now, I want you to take your third and fourth fingers and stick them together. Maybe you could pretend there's some glue there, okay? And I thought, oh, I'm doing the delicate hands of a ballerina. Good, good. All right, good. All right, girls. All right, now I want your left arm up, your right arm like this, and I want you to point your right foot out. Now, when you point your toes in ballet, you always must curl those toes underneath. Okay, now I'm going to show you what you could do. I'm going to turn my back to you, and you're just going to follow me. All ready? Okay, here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, beat, beat. A 2 beat, beat, a 3 beat, beat, a 4 beat change. I remember thinking, maybe I can do this. A 1 beat, beat, a 2 beat, beat, a 3 beat, beat, a 4 beat change. I thought, maybe I really can. Step, step, kick, and turn, and step. Step, hit, point the toes, and turn, and échappé right. Échappé left. I thought, I'm really doing this. Échappé right, échappé left, etc. Maybe I really can do this. if the ballet routine was so exciting, what will the tap dance routine be like? Oh, she said, all right, girls, go take a 5-minute break. I want you to take your little ballet slippers off, put your tap shoes on, and come back over here. So we all went over, changed our shoes, put our little patent leather tap shoes on, and scrambled back over. Here we go. Now, girls, I want you to know that in tap, you don't need to hold your hands like you did as a ballerina. You can relax then. Nevertheless, I still want you to put your left arm up and your right arm out. Now, just do as I do. Once again, she turned her back to us and she said, here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Here's the tap routine. Here we go. And a 1 beat beat, a 2 beat beat, a 3 beat beat, a 4 beat change. I remember thinking this is strangely familiar. A 1 beat beat, 2 beat beat, a 3 beat beat, a 4 beat change. I thought, well, maybe it's more than similar. Step, step, kick and turn and the step, step, kick and turn and échappé right, échappé left. Now, when we did our échappés, we weren't necessarily synchronized in terms of the sound of the tap. So you could hear the little clinking, clanking all over, rebounding over the library walls. Échappé right, échappé left, échappé right, échappé left. It's step, a kick and turn, step, step, kick, etc. Now, I don't remember a whole lot after that, except that these ballet lessons didn't last that long. I don't think they lasted much more than 6 weeks. I'm sure we gave some sort of recital for our parents. And then suddenly Mrs. Kane was never heard from again, never to be seen. Now, looking back, it did not bother me that the tap and ballet routine were identical. I just thought I was learning 2 exquisite art forms in half the time. But looking back now as an adult, I think, well, I know there's got to be a little bit more to ballet and tap than a 1 beat beat, 2 beat beat, 3 beat beat, échappé. What do you think? What's wrong with this picture? Mr. Toastmaster.